Yo, what's going on, BroTalk Nation, man? It's your boy Eric here. Got my brother Jamarcus on, man. And tonight, man, we are diving into another episode of this series we calling the Wait series, man. I'm telling y'all, if y'all not listening to this series, man, I'm telling you, it's so much that is being transformed, transferred, transplanted, all that, right? So, hey, we're talking about transportation tonight, so that goes with the title. All gas, no brakes, man. So, hey, we finna dive into this thing, but real quick, hey, if you out there watching, please like. If you're on YouTube, please like, please share, please hit that subscribe button so you can get all the dope content that God is dropping, all the gems that God is dropping, all the grace and mercy that God is dropping, and definitely hearing the word of God. So, BroTalk Nation, hey, let's dive into it. I'm gonna pass it to my brother, man.
Man, what's going on, BroTalk Nation, man? Seemed like it's been a month already. I missed y'all. Every time we miss a weekend, man, it feel like it's been forever since we reached out to our fans, man. As always, man, thank y'all for always, following through, subscribing, liking, leaving comments and all that. For first and foremost, man, hey, God, thank you for another opportunity to hop on here and do what you gave us, our gift, to come spread the good news for you. I want to give take some time to give a shout out to my family in Houston. Hey, I'm praying for y'all. Just hoping God gives y'all comfort down there. I'm sending a hug all the way from Houston, from San Antonio. I love y'all. Just let God come through and do what he do. Man, like he said, man, we're in this series right now, and this Wait series has been powerful. It's been impactful. I don't even know how many adjectives I can use to describe it, but this thing has been crazy, and we about to keep it going. Who knows if we're going to keep this thing going all the way to 2022? Who knows, man? But this series is good, man. Go back and hit the link if you're on Facebook, if you're on the ground following us. Click the link to go back and catch up on all the past episodes. But tonight, man, we talking about all gas, no brakes. I gotta pay homage. My wife came up with this title after we were done with the last episode. She said a line, and this line is what gave us the title. So here we go, man. This whole little time we've been in this wait thing, man, things been going off. Things have been going just moving, just crazy, man. Last episode we announced that we were now on a nationwide radio network. You can catch us every Thursday. Let me get the time right. It's 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard. I gotta be very just open right now. I have not count my own show yet because I have been on looking at 6 p.m. Central time. So if you in Central, it's 5-hour time, but it's 6 p.m. Eastern on Helium Radio. The link to the radio station is in our gram on our link tree, man. We're on there, man. You can find us, man. But things like that, bro, have been moving. God has been doing things like that, sending stuff our way. And we've been getting all type of different things and promotions popping off and seeing people around us, going through seasons, seeing all these things happening. Some things are bad. Some things are good. But what hit me with this was, and my wife made it very clear through it all, you got to have all gas, no brakes, right? And so I started diving into that. And the reason why we came up to this, boss, if you go to Mark chapter 2, verse 23 to 28, I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm going to be giving some Bible today, all right? I'm giving Bible. Jokes and stuff is still going to come, but we're going to give Bible, right? So Mark chapter 2, 23 to 28, and then Mark chapter 3, verse 6. I'm not going to read it all, but you got to understand how Jesus moved throughout his time when he was doing all of these things, right? So, go in there and read those chapters, but in this like verses that we just talked about, Jesus is making moves, right? Like, so Jesus is doing stuff on the Sabbath, right? And back in those days, doing stuff on the Sabbath was wrong. Like, this is the reason why Jesus got like persecuted. Like, this was the reason why they found a reason to put Jesus on the cross, was because he did stuff out of the norm. Like,
Yeah.
the old Bible was like, hey, you don't do nothing on the Sabbath. The Sabbath is only meant for this. Like, you couldn't even raise your hand on the Sabbath. Like, that's how bad the Sabbath was, bro. But Jesus was like, nah, which one is better? Should I do good on the Sabbath? Or is it better to do, evil on the Sabbath? And he let them know that he is the Sabbath, right? So how we came and how I dove into this and where we're going with this is, like, Jesus moved all gas, no brakes. Like he moved throughout this time with no breaks at all, even though he knew what was going to happen, right? And this is the reason why, boss, because you got to understand, in this wait, don't think that things are going to be beautiful skies and peaceful all the time. Like, you have a divine season on the other side of this wait that's coming.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Man, like, you got to understand that in this wait, you have a divine season, better yet, a divine miracle on the other side of this wait that's waiting for you, right? So you got to understand that, like, all these things are coming after this wait, because there's a divine season after this. So that's why in this wait, you gotta go with all gas, no brakes. Like my wife said, green means go. So when God tells you to go, you got to be ready to go. Like, Jesus was ready to go. He wasn't about to let the Pharisees stop him from doing what he was supposed to do. There was no brakes. Like, he wasn't about to pump the brakes on that one, bro. So I wanted to like put that out, Eli, to like, set the atmosphere of what we about to do on this show, to set the atmosphere for everyone on how you need to be moving in this wait time, right? Because I know you hear the word wait and you think, oh, that means stop. But you got to understand, we talked about it in another podcast. Yes, you hear the word wait, you mean to stop, but you also have an anointed place and you have an anointed pace. So at any time in this wait, you're gonna be moving, right? So that's like my little opening, man, before we directly dive up in this thing.
Hey, bro, I don't know if people caught what you just said, but I think that was the most powerful bar I've heard in ever, right? You said that you have an anointed time, right? In this pace, in this journey, right?
Yeah.
On the other side of the wait, there's an anointed time on the other side of the wait.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand how powerful that is, because we're too focused on what's going on right now in your life.
Yeah.
You can insert whatever it is going on in your life. That right there is taking your focus away from the other side of what you're going through, which is what you're waiting for. You've been praying to come out of this season, but you got to understand, while you're in this season, hey man, things are going to happen. Like, there's going to be a lot of things coming at you, and you're not going to know how to handle it sometimes.
Yeah, true.
On the other side of this season, this test, right? There's something beautiful that God is doing. See, God is behind the scenes. See, man, I love the title, because we don't understand every day we just get in the car and go. We don't understand what it takes to really make the car stop. We don't understand what it takes to make the car go.
Yeah.
We just get in it, crank it up, and we just go, right? But see, there are some behind the scenes things that are happening that you don't even know about. See, you don't know where that little wire that you see, if you look under your car, what it's connected to. See, you don't know that could be to the computer in your car, or that could be to the navigation system in your car, or for some of these new age cars like the Teslas, it could be to your brakes or whatever.
Yeah.
See, God is behind the scenes. He's up under the hood of your heart, of your mind, of you, working things out that you can't even see. See, you gotta, it's time to just go.
That's good. That's good, bro. I like how you know if y'all don't know, man, you knew the bro talk, man. He always gonna have like tangible things that like you can literally close your eyes and be like, okay, I see the car. I know what he's talking about now. Like I understand what he's saying because it's like right there in front of me, man. So I love when you break that thing down, man. You gotta understand, man, like man, it's like so crazy because you gotta understand the divine season was created for the 11th hour. Like we're not in the beginning time right now. So like what you're in right now, this weight that you in, this is a divine season. Like the divine miracle is coming after what you're in right now. And it's created for the 11th hour. If you think about anything in the 11th hour, you thinking about like all my basketball sports fans, you thinking about fourth quarter, coaches coming out. Hey, it's go time. Like you need to let everything on the line right now. Like there's no other time to like, don't leave nothing on the table. Like that's what this is saying with the all gas, no brakes. Like in this time, there's nothing to leave on the table. There's no, well, you know what? I'm kind of scared. No. We don't have time for you to be scared right now. We need you to throw it on the table, go out there and throw it out. See if you just keep throwing, if something's gonna stick. So you got to understand that, like what we're saying right now. But I like what you said, E, because it brought me to the first point that I said, bro. I tend to think that sometimes while we're in this waiting, like we're in this wait, like, you know, moment, this waiting, like time, we tend to focus that God has abandoned us, right? And this is what happened. And we tend to think that God has abandoned us, and now we're at all. We're like, well, man, that's crazy. I gotta let y'all know God doesn't abandon projects. Like he doesn't abandon projects. Like it made me start thinking about like when, you know, I'm from Houston, you know, I'm from not so great parts. I'm from the hood. Let's be real. I've seen abandoned houses driving like where I'm from. And when you look at those abandoned houses, you're like, man, guys, this look bad, man. Like somebody just left that there and now it's just ran down. There's like all type of stuff that's happening in there and all these things happen. And sometimes we look at our life like that when we're in these waiting series, that we're just an abandoned project and God has forgot about us. But you got to understand, like, even when those projects, you know, are somebody left it and whatever happened, God is coming to do something in those things. Like it's going to get torn down to get back to the foundation. Like it's going to get torn down back to the foundation. Sometimes it's going to get wiped clean. Like you go back like a month later or a year later, and all you see is a piece of land. And you're like, well, dang, what happened to the house? Well, the foundation wasn't good in it, so they couldn't keep nothing. So they had to get it all the way down to where it was just the land right there. See, the reason why they had to get it all the way down is so that they can build something new on it. So when you sitting in your wait time and you feeling like you being abandoned, you ain't being abandoned. God may have just been tearing some stuff down in you. He needed to clear a path so that something new can get built on you. See, God doesn't want to add to something that's shaky. Okay, you know what? We didn't get a disclaimer in the beginning. I'm sorry, guys. We coming in your house. I apologize. We forgot to show the warrant. Hey, we not, the warrant's been shown. We coming in. See, you got to start being like real with yourself. God doesn't want to keep adding rooms to a shaky house. Why am I going to keep adding floors to a shaky house? So when the wind and the storm comes, all that I just built for you is gone now. God don't like that. So sometimes you got to wipe all that down to rebuild your foundation up to make sure that the rooms he about to give you, those divine miracles, is going to be able to hold up when the storms come. See, you're not an abandoned project. God is just taking his time. We talked about how God is creative. God looks at a masterpiece like you and I. He said, you know what? I ain't gonna rush on this. And we talked about him rushing. God don't rush. He take his time with us. And he said, you know what? Jamarcus ain't ready for that right now. He not ready for that room right now. So I need to tear some things down. I need to remove some things. But it's always that what comes next. Like once the land is just flat, bro. Have you ever drove by and you remember seeing like abandoned houses and then you see that flat grass? You kind of stop. I know I have. I've been driving and stop and be like, well, dang, what they about to build right there? All it is a sign with the company that's about to build right there. So you know what happened is, instead of thinking you an abandoned project, just stop right there. God got a sign right there that's saying what comes next. So everybody that come by you, you should already have in your mind frame that there's a sign in front of you right now, and people are stopping and being like, dang, well, what's about to come next? Man, that's good. That's good, bro.
Hey, bro, that was lit, bro. Hey, I see, man. You triggered my mind to a time that I done passed by the abandoned spots, man. And it forecasts and tell you what's coming and who's the creator of it.
Hey, oh, come on, bro.
See, God is the same way, man. And just to go back to a bunch of your points. That demolition that got to come into your life.
Yeah,
those are things that got to be torn away, because you can't put a new house on old foundation, like you said, bro. It won't stand. Like, imagining you find an abandoned house with the roof with a hole in it, rotted floors, termites everywhere.
Yeah,
and you go in there, right, and you build everything, the new living room, put down new floors, new doors, new windows, new appliances, but you never fix the roof. That's the same thing in your life. God does the same. He's not going to put a new tent, man. He's not going to put nothing new inside of that foundation or that house.
That's good.
Until he fixes everything in it.
That's good.
What we tend to do is, hey, God, just throw the house up. I got it. You know what? I'll build a house. You taking too long. Have you ever, I don't know if anybody's ever owned a house, or, you done got one built from the foundation. I'm pretty sure if you do, you're not going to go to the construction people and be like, hey, man, y'all taking too long. I'll take it from here.
Nah.
But that's what we do with God all the time.
Nah.
We just go, hey, God, you know what, man? Look, I can't find, you ain't sent me my husband or my wife yet. I'll go look for it myself. But you still got this big hole of not dealing with your childhood in your life. So when you and that spouse, that person that you went and found, when y'all start going through things, when it starts raining on your relationship, y'all getting wet. Trouble.
That's good.
It's cold in there. You wonder why. Why is that? Well, hey, God had a plan, right? Because the great thing about God, this is how cold God is. God made Jesus a carpenter. What do carpenters do? They build things with their hands, right? They take time to build these things. Jesus was then walked the earth, the most powerful dude out here, and he was a carpenter. God set the stage for us to show us an example of, hey, I need y'all to be like the carpenter. Follow the methods of the carpenter, because he never rushed in fixing anything.
Man, you killing this, bro. Like, you killing this. Now I got to give points to your points that you just gave. Like, you talked about like holes, right? And and you talked about like if you walked into a house and you saw that the house was like all like messed up and whatnot. I'm thinking like in my head, like if you saw like a hole in the wall, right? And what we like to do is we will paint over it. But the paint doesn't hide the hole. But we'll paint everywhere around it. And hey guys, welcome to my house. It looked nice. You know what I'm saying? The walls are just freshly painted. But if it's scratched underneath the surface, you can see all the dirt and residue. You can see all the dents and all that. See, we stop throwing paint. Stop throwing paint over your problems. Stop throwing paint over your problems. Stop throwing, just verses over your problems. Stop doing all that. See, like he just talked about, like you walk with a carpenter. You walk with a carpenter, and God and Jesus is us. See, the only thing that we mess up with, and he talked about it earlier, we try to go do it ourselves, but we don't get the blueprint from God. Like you walk with him, but you don't get the blueprint for him. You don't go in there and say, God, how am I supposed to fix this wall that got a hole in it? Like, I know you are in me and I got some carpenter skills, but how am I supposed to fix this? See, what we do, we like to do these temporary fixes. you know, these Bible plans and, you know, verses here and there and all of that, but we don't spend no time with him to like get the actual word for it. Like I'm being real with y'all, I'm being honest. I'm giving y'all my life as well. We do all these temporary things to feel all this, but we don't rebuild. We don't get the blueprint from the carpenter, man. And I gotta tie back to the Bible, back to this Mark chapter verse. Like if you go in here and dive in here, the Pharisees were looking at Jesus like he was wrong for doing work on the Sabbath, because where they got their blueprint from was miscued, right? It was so crazy. And a lot of times we always pick who we are in the Bible. We had a past podcast about this. Oh, I'm Daniel. I'm always the person with the illness. I'm always the person with the withered hand and all this. Nobody ever say we the Pharisees. Like nobody ever claims, yep, I was a Pharisee. You know what? It's crazy. We are the Pharisees. And I'm going to show you how you are even with your own life. See, the Pharisees always looked at people, but never looked at themselves. Like they always looked at what Jesus was doing to be like, oh, what is he doing? He working on the Sabbath. Oh, he healing people there and there. And they never paid attention the mistakes they were making, right? So it's crazy. And I'm going to show you how. People, us, we can easily use a microscope, but can't never use a mirror.
Man.
Got to get at a pause. We can always use a microscope, but never can use a mirror. That means that you can always look at somebody under, to get like a real good look on it, but you can't never look at a mirror and look at yourself and see your own problems. See, that's how you know when you acting like a Pharisees. And see, right now, what we talking about is you acting like a Pharisees. Like you got to be able to go in the mirror and look at yourself, find your holes and get with your carpenter and learn how to rebuild with yourself. I ain't even gonna stick there because that's like a whole nother podcast. So we may come back down the line. But just understand what I was saying with that one, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, that mirror. Hey, man, that's the hardest place. That's the hardest person to face, man. God ain't even the hardest person to go to. He ain't even the hardest person to face. Even the enemy ain't even the hardest person. The hardest person is you.
That's good. I like that.
When you face you, man, that's when you start patching up them holes in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You don't face you and you focus on everybody else, putting everybody else under a microscope. Now you just letting the rain come in, the termites come in, and internally it turns you into such a horrible person, right? Like you ever met peace? Yeah, like you got no peace. You ever met a person that just like, well, I don't judge people, but yet and still they talk about people every 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody has any room to make mistakes. Like we judge Kanye, right? We judge Kanye for him switching over to doing gospel music. But see, people want to keep you in your past because they seen your house broken.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Came in and started fixing on it, right? We see when Michael Vick went to jail for something his cousin did, but we cool to chastise him for doing it. But what about the stuff that you do?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
About the judgment that you pass on people. What about them holes in your house that you ain't never tend to?
Mm-hmm. That's true, man.
You got all kinds of people walking in and out your life because you ain't got no door to your foundation.
Oh, that's good. Okay. That's good right there. Yeah, we on the couch.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit, right? Because you sitting there and want to judge your homegirl because how her man is treating her and how she shouldn't do this and that. But yet and still, you still with this dude and you don't even love him. And he don't love you. Man, yeah, I'm there. Yeah, talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to me. Yeah,
man, that's good, bro.
What about? Hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to tell somebody else how to raise their kids, but yet and still you ain't dealt with the childhood issues that you have. Now you passing the same generational curses along to your kids. See, we gotta stop trying to tear down somebody else's house and foundation and start patching our own stuff up. Wait, man, not patch our own stuff up, but take it to the construction, the architect of our life, so that he can remodel us.
That's good, bro.
Oh,
That's good, bro. Hey, okay. All right, hey, I see where you coming at. I gotta match your energy, dog. So, like, we talking about this all gas, no brakes, right? And my second point, bro, is gonna like go into it. Like, have y'all ever been driving like on the road and you've been behind a car and you going with the speed limit, you doing your thing, and the car in front of you keep like hitting the brakes, like they keep hitting the brakes, and you're like, oh, it gotta be traffic up here or something in the lane. And like you know, like, man, I'm gonna give it a couple seconds, you know what I'm saying? But before then, boom, another brake check. And you're like, bro, what is going on? So you hit the right real quick, get around, and you pull up on side of them, and you look forward to see that there's no cars in front of the person at all. They just in the fast lane, just brake checking for no reason. And you sitting there frustrated, like, there's no cars. It's open road. Why are you on your brakes when we should be going the speed limit? Like, you're not even going the speed limit. You're going under the speed limit. You're going underneath the appointed pace right now.
Ooh, that's good. Come on with it.
Y'all about to catch it.
Run that back.
The car is going underneath the sign that's posted for the speed limit. Somebody is literally in front of you going slower than the appointed pace that was given right now. See, in this, like, you got to understand, don't let the devil brake check you. That's the point I'm making. Don't let the devil brake check you. See, our steps they're ordered. Don't think the devil won't get in front of your steps too, or try to get in front of your steps. I remember, like, my grandma used to have this thing. She used to start praying and she'd be like, devil, you better get behind me. She ain't saying, devil, you better get behind me for no reason. She's saying it because she knew the devil was trying to get in front of her, or he was already in front of him. See, in front of her. So you got to understand, don't let the devil brake check you. See, in this season of waiting, you got to be violent. You got to be aggressive with your praying. In this season of waiting, you gotta be all gas, no brakes with your prayers. See, the reason why is because the devil will try to get in front of you and slow down your appointed pace. The devil is not trying to let you get to your divine miracle. The devil is sitting there, nah, we not about to let this happen. This is too much if Jamarcus gets to where he going. I know what he can be. Oh, now see, that should make you feel a little bit. The devil even knows how powerful you are. The devil even knows how appointed we are. The devil is trying not to let you get to your calling, because then now he got to face you and somebody else as well. So you can't let the devil brake check you. I'm going to stop right there, bro, and let you dive in real quick, dog.
Hey, shouts out to all the road rage drivers out there. This is that time you want to get angry, right? You want to get angry that the devil is trying to stop you from getting to where you're trying to go. Like, think about this, right? If, like my brother said earlier, there's an appointed time, right, on your journey. You have an appointed time to be somewhere that God has already calculated your route. I know we said in a couple podcasts back, God is the GPS.
Yeah.
The thing about the GPS, when you put the route in and you hit go, it gives you the point in time that you're supposed to arrive.
I knew you was going
to gave you your appointed time to arrive there. But
it also gives you the speed too. Like
yeah, the speed. Some of them even flash when you say, hey, you're going too fast. Hey, you trying to fix your own issues. I don't need you to do that. Hey, I need you to come spend time with me. You're moving too fast in life because you out here hustling, getting to this money. Hey, don't talk to that dude or that chick. They ain't for you. Warning. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different signs, right? See, we have to follow the directions. We have to abide by the speed that God is taking us, right? And we got to make sure that there are no distractions, because on that same GPS, some of these GPSs will tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying? There are people on, we'll take Wave, for instance, right? Shouts out to Wave. We'll take that endorsement when y'all ready. Yeah. But hey, on Wave, right? There are people on Wave too, other users that can warn you of what's ahead. See, that's the Holy Spirit. That's God sending some people in your life. This old woman that'll hit you up like, hey, yeah, you need to, I'm praying for you. I just need you to know that God's telling you to keep going. Whatever he needs you to do, just do. See, those are warnings. God is going to protect you because guess what? He knows the route of the enemy too. He said, all right, the enemy going to try to intersect here. So I'm going to send a warning before they even get to that pothole. Or I'm going to send a warning before they even get to that relationship. But guess what we do? We don't even pay no attention. We click the X and exit out off the map. But see, God need us. We need to pay attention. We need to focus. We got somewhere to be. So, hey, quit worrying about if that dude loves you or not. If you got to question it, hey, go on, hit the blinker. Get around that brake checker right there.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, if your job ain't trying to elevate you or celebrate you and you catching hell at work, hey, it's time to hit the blinker and go pray.
I like that.
Get past this thing.
I like that. Hit the blinker and get past it, bro.
We got time to wait, man. We got to go. We got somewhere to be.
I like that. Hit the blinker and get past that, bro. Like, it's so real, man. Like, this story was making me think about it, man. Like, you know, with the devil trying to break check you, like, you got to understand, man, like the devil, like, is throwing things your way because he know your season is coming. Like, if you don't believe me, like Ephesians 6:16 literally says it, like, take up your shield so you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Like, he's throwing things at you. Like, the flame, like, think about it, the flaming, that's the brake lights to me. Like, he's brake checking you to not let you get to your season. Like, if you think about, like, even in the Bible with the woman with the issue for 12 years, right? Like, she didn't let the enemy brake check her. She was like, you know what? I've been dealing with this for too long. I'm about to hit this blinker and I'm about to get past this issue. Like, she did not rest until she touched Jesus walking. She was not about to let the crowd stop her. She wasn't even about to let her issue stop her no more. She knew on the other side of this that there was a divine miracle that was about to happen. She said, devil, listen, enemy, this is too much. I'm about to hit the blinker and I'm about to get past you and I'm about to get where I'm supposed to be going. So you got to understand that, like, she made it up in her mind and heart that her divine season, that divine miracle, that it was worth getting there. Like, it was worth hitting that blinker and getting past it. It was no more brake checking for her. You got like, I gotta let y'all know this disclaimer as well, because this is the most important thing, because sometimes when this happens, we tend to go right back behind the car that's holding us back. You got to understand your healing may be an opportunity to plot your killing. I'm going back to Bible now. Your healing may be an opportunity to plot your killing. In Mark chapter 3 and like Mark chapter 2 and all these chapter 3 we was talking about, God was healing. I mean, Jesus was healing the whole time. Guess what his healing did? They plotted to kill him off his healing. So your healing, that in this waiting that you're going through, all this healing, it may be a plot for the enemy to kill you as well. But this is time for you to get around that car. See, you can only run into the back of the car if you're behind the car.
Thanks.
If you get ahead of the brake check, you're no longer worried about the brake checking no more. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Even if you need to get on the side of it, you need to get from behind what's holding you back, get into your divine season. You need to run that thing off the road. Now, wait a minute. I'm not telling y'all to go out here and run no cars off no road. Don't be sending no emails talking about, nah, BroTalk told me I need to do this. We talking about figuratively speaking here, all right? Don't be running no cars off the road. Run the enemy off. I ain't talking about a car. Need to throw that out there, all right? I ain't got no. Hey, listen, we ain't made it big to get sued yet. I'm just throwing that out there, all right? Yeah. So check this out. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, man, you need to get around this brake check. You only gonna run into something if you steady behind it. Get in front of that thing. That's why my grandma used to say, enemy, get behind me. So that she ain't got to worry about running into it no more. So I need y'all to understand that and believe in it, have that faith in it. Like in Ephesians 6, the shield, it was a shield of faith. Like if you ain't got faith in it, you never gonna get behind. You never gonna like go around it. Stop thinking you lying. You not lying. You prophesizing. So when he said, I know my husband coming, you ain't lying. You prophesizing. When you say you about to get this job and start your business, you not lying. You prophesizing. So when people tell you to stop sitting up here lying, tell them I ain't lying. I'm already prophesizing. I'm already knowing it's coming. Man, it's good.
Hey, you got to sow that seed of faith, man. And I'm going to tell y'all, like, that was me, the guy that was behind the person that hitting on brake behind the enemy. I stayed behind the enemy because I was too scared to get around him because I ain't believe. Well, the open road was too big for me.
Oh, man. All right. Goodness gracious.
Like that's so if the enemy is doing 80, that means I got to do faster than him. So that speed was too much for me.
Man.
Sometimes God is going to put stuff in your life, going to give you a vision that says, hey, it's time to go. And I need you to hit the gas. And that means you got to, we ain't talking about no Kia Soul gas. We talking about you got to hit the Lambo gas. I need you to do everything on the dash, right? But see, when we hit that blinker and get over it was like, oh, that's too much road. Oh, no, you know what? It's not too much road. What if this is ahead? Oh, what if there's something in the road? See, you're worrying about things that you don't even see yet.
Yeah.
That's going to scare you to get right back behind the enemy and do his speed. We ain't got time for none of that.
Oh, man, you got to say that again. No. Like, start that over because you said something powerful right there, man. You said something powerful.
Like, don't let nothing out there scare you because now you back behind the enemy and you doing his speed.
Oh, man.
Like, we don't have time to be because he done whispered something in your ear as God is starting to transcend your life and you starting to say, okay, I'm ready. Nah, I'm scared. No. Ain't got time for none of that. See, God ain't a God of fear. Fear, you know what fear is? Fear is created by the enemy. That's it. He created that. God didn't create that. Everything that God speaks on our life is great, beautiful, wonderful, marvelous, abundancy, all these great words, these big, powerful words. But why listen to the enemy telling you who you not when God said who you was? Man. God said, I got plans for you to prosper. Meaning, if you in this lane, I need you to come over here and zoom past this enemy because I got plans up here for you to prosper. I got open road for everything that you've been asking me for. I got it in abundance. I got it waiting for you. But you got to get there on time. We back to the GPS.
Man, that's good, bro. Like, man, what you just said was, whoo, I hope y'all caught that, man. This dude just said, don't get back behind the enemy and go at his speed. The enemy's speed is not your appointed pace, man. You got to understand the only person that sets the appointed pace is God. Like, man, bro, like, man, I don't want y'all to miss that, man. That was good, man. That was good for the soul right there because it's been so many times where, oh, man, I know where I'm supposed to be at. I know this lane is my calling. I know this is my calling. I know I'm supposed to be over here. And just like you said, I was like, nah, man, that's too much for me. I'm not meant for that lane.
I never did that before.
Yeah, I never did that. I'm not meant for that lane. So let me get behind back here and where it's comfortable at. Where, you know,
say that again.
Where it's comfortable at. Where, you know, hey, this is a good pace. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out BroTalk for the shirt. Confidence, right? Man, like, you got to understand, man. Like, bro, what you just said was Man, that was so good, man, because when you get back behind that car, you letting the enemy set your pace at what you supposed to be going at. And as long as the enemy setting your pace, you never going to get to your full potential. He never going to do it. And the enemy's so funny. He going to give you tears and bits and pieces and make it think like this is where you supposed to be running at. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, this is what you're good at. Like, Jamarcus, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be living a faithful life, an abundant life, a wonderful life, a marvelous life. You're supposed to be where you at right now. This is all you are meant for because of everything you did. Like, man, dog, you got, like, God, hey, everybody, I need to let y'all, that got to resonate in y'all. Like, that got to resonate in your soul, man.
Bro, I'm about to bring it on home. You know,
hey, bring it home, bro. Go ahead, bro. Hop in.
Hey, y'all remember the movie The Matrix, right? I think it was part 2 when they was on the freeway. And
yeah.
They had to do with the dreadlocks or whatever, with the locks or whatever.
Yeah.
What did he do? He just shifted back. He teleported from one car back into the car with them, with Lawrence Fishburne there, right?
Yeah.
The enemy doing the same thing. See, you on the highway in the path that you're supposed to be in, but the enemy he look behind like, nah, I can't do that. I'm gonna jump in this. I'm gonna send somebody else to jump in that car and go distract you. That relationship, that job, man. Look, this is what the plan of the enemy is to do, man. Trying to knock us off course. We ain't got time for that, man.
Man, I think this leads right into the next point, man. That was perfect. So I told y'all I was gonna give y'all some Bible today. So I'm about to hop around real quick to another one, man. We about to hop into Matthew 25, right? 25, verse 1 through 13, man. I gotta read this off because it's good. So it says, like I said, Matthew 25, 1 through 13. I ain't about to ask if everybody there and like in church. If you ain't there, get there. If you ain't, whatever, put in the comment, hold up or whatever. But this is a parable about the 10 bridesmaids, man. It starts off by saying the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, right off the rip. They letting you know they was foolish. And 5 of them was wise, right? The 5 who were foolish didn't take enough olive oil for their lamps, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil. When the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, they was woken up by a shout. Hey, look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out and meet him. All the bridesmaids got up, prepared their lamps. Then the 5 who were foolish was like, hey, bro, we need some oil. We ain't bring no oil. We need some oil because our lamps is going out, right? But the others replied, we don't have enough for all of us. Go to the shop and buy some for yourselves. But while they were going to buy oil, the bridegroom came. Then those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. Later, the 5 bridesmaids returned, stood outside. Hey, man, let us in. We out here. We need to get up in this party. But he called back, believe me, I don't know you. So you too must keep watch, for you don't know the day or the hour of my return. Man, listen, there is a lot in here. But we about to break down some of this. And I got to hit this point with you. Man. Unpreparation leads to separation. Unpreparation leads to separation, right? In this wait time, you are getting prepared for that divine season that's coming next. You're getting prepared for that divine miracle that's coming next, right? You got to know what you need to take with you. See, if we go in here and you understand, like, they knew they had lamps. The 5 that was foolish didn't take enough oil with them to light their lamps, right? See, we all got lamps, but the reason you can't see where you going or who's coming is because you ain't got no oil with you. He's been talking about this all day. See, the reason why you don't know where you going or you don't know what or who's coming is because you ain't got no oil for your lamp. See, you ain't got your lights on in your weight. That's why you keep running into the wrong people. You find yourself in the wrong bed. Yeah, we going there. You find yourself in wrong relationships, wrong business deals. Let's be honest. We all foolish. That's why you keep going there, because you unprepared. See, you only brought enough what you thought you was gonna need. See, if you know you need a lamp, why you ain't bringing enough to keep lighting that lamp? God. Like none of us know when he coming, but you better believe you better have some oil on you at all times to light that lamp. See, your lamp is out right now, and that's why you thinking that you abandoned right now. Your project is going down right now. All these things is happening, and you can't see what's coming, and you sitting up here holding the lantern, but it ain't even lit. That's why you keep running to all these people, the same people over and over again. But because by the time they get close enough to you in your face, it's already too late. See, if you'd have had your lamp up, you can see who coming. Hey, who is that out there? Nah, I done ran into you before. I done seen you before. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to shine some light on you. That's what you need. But see, if you was like me, my lamp was out. I'm going to be real with you. A lot of y'all don't like to be open. I'm going to be transparent. My lamp was out. I was running into the same people over and over. Found myself in the wrong places over and over again. I had all the directions, but what does directions mean if you can't even see where you're going? You can have a map the entire time and it's in your hand, but guess what? If you ain't got no light to shine no light on no directions, you still don't know where you're going. You still lost. That's why I'm telling you, unpreparation leads to separation. You better start preparing yourself in this wait time. You know what, God? I know I've been in this wait and it's been a minute, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to prepare myself. Because if you read in here, it says the bridegroom was delayed. The Bible is telling you there's going to be delays, just like in flights, right? When your flight get delayed, everybody tends to get mad. Oh man, my flight delayed. I can't believe it. But you never look outside and see the weather is why the flight got delayed. See, the plane can't land if the weather is bad. God got to clear up some things to make the delay. That's why he's always on time. See, there's going to be delays all the single time with what you're doing. So in this wait time, you better be preparing for them delays. You know what, God? You know what? I'm thankful for this wait time. You giving me a lot of time to keep gathering more oil for my lamp because I never know when you going to come back. I might have, packed 2 extras thinking that you was going to come back at this hour. But you know what? I might need to take a 3rd and 4th one just in case there's a delay, even though the Bible says we're going to be delayed. See, you got to let these things come out. God is telling you, right? The crazy thing, I know I'm going on real quick.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The Bible tells us when there was a delay, what happened to them? They got drowsy and fell asleep. Man, come on, man. That's like us all the time. When we get delayed, when we in our wait season, what happens? We fall off easily. We fall off right then and there. Some of us, like me, we fall asleep figuratively. We fall asleep on God. We fall asleep on our instructions. We fall asleep on just reading the Bible. We fall asleep on our prayer room, our prayers, and everything we doing. We got drowsy because of the delay. See, God is saying, if you stay awake and keep preparing, you'll be ready. Don't be like the 5 foolish ones that didn't pack right. You need to be like the 5 wise ones that packed plenty. They packed abundantly. God always uses the word abundantly. You better start getting with them. Man, come on, man. Hey, this thing is good, boy. This Bible good when you get in it. I'm telling you, it's good.
Yo, it's so much in what you just said.
Man, there's so much in this verse, bro.
Hey, y'all catch that, man. Oh my God, this verse right here.
Bro, it's powerful, bro. Powerful.
Where do I God help me? Hey, preparation, man. I mean, all gas, no brakes. We're gonna take it there, right? If you ever drove cross country, right? You on a trip with your family, y'all all packed up in the car, piled in the car. And I know back in the day when me and my family used to do it, my aunt, I always wondered like why she cooked a whole bunch of chicken, like fried up some chicken the night before we hit the road. I'm like, man, I'm gonna eat some of this now. See, me thinking like today, I'm gonna eat it today, right? But see, she on her mind, she had preparation. Right? Because she knew that we had an 8, 10, 12-hour drive to go. and we had a certain time that she wanted to get there.
Yeah.
Right? When you traveling, you don't want to be on the road all day. You want to get to your destination in the shortest time period possible, right? So that means you got kids and family, you don't want to make a whole lot of stops.
Mm-hmm.
See them stops, you don't know what can happen in between. You don't know what can happen in between them stops. See, my aunt fried up all that chicken, packed up all the juice and all this other stuff so that we can financially, one, be prepared.
Oh, man. Come on, bro. Bring it home, bro. That's tangible right there. I like where you're going with this.
Two, she fried the chicken so that we ain't got to spend that money on stopping, right? Mm-hmm. Stopping at McDonald's, stopping at here, stopping there. We already got a cooler full of stuff. So that means we can not have to make a whole bunch of unnecessary stops. Now, let me bring it back to you in your life. If you prepare yourself, because God said tests are coming. This is in the Bible. This is all Bible. Tests are coming. But if you prepare yourself before the test gets there, when the test comes, there's no delay. You don't have to retake the test. That's a delay. You don't have to go back and review the information because God said, okay, you good. Go on to the next point of your life. Is it that you ain't got to where you trying to go in your life? God ain't blessed you with the things that you've been praying for in your life because you too busy in the delay? When he already gave you the instruction in the Bible?
I gotta type that in.
Like, you're delaying your own blessing. A lot of people in the world like to say delayed gratification. No, you're delaying your blessing. That's the only delay in your life is you. See, when you get out your way, God can step in and get you to the way.
Man, that's good, bro. That's good.
Like, it all makes sense. Now I'm sitting there, like, as a little kid, I'm like, man, we got a Ziploc bags full of chicken, chips, Capri Suns and stuff. Like, why we got all that?
Oh, man.
I'm preparing. Like, we can't warm it up. But see, my aunt knew something that I ain't know. See, God will send people in your life before you to help you get away from some of those delays in your life.
That's good, bro.
See, you sitting there wondering, like, man, well, this person came out of nowhere. No, they're there on time, right on time. Because there's something in your life right now that's delaying your purpose. And God was like, I got to send him help. I got to send him somebody to get him on track because he's going at the enemy's pace. Hey, and on my pace, I got things that I got to do. Because not only that, my aunt's preparation, it didn't just affect her, but everybody that was on the trip ate good. We didn't have to stop. We didn't have to keep using the bathroom, right? Because there's only a certain amount of liquid in the Capri Sun. So that means we didn't waste time getting to where we were trying to go to. Because, hey, if you travel or you drive, right, there's traffic. Go down 10 through Houston, right? There's always traffic. Go through Atlanta on 20. Go to Maryland on 95 or 85. It's traffic.
Yeah.
My bad. Let me bring it back. On your way to your blessings, there's going to be people in your way. On your way to your blessing, there's going to be you in your way. On the way to your blessing, there's going to be some kind of delay in your way.
Oh, man, that's good.
Man.
That's good, bro. Like, hey, I ain't got much after this one, but like what you just said right now, think about like we talked about some miracles that's happened on these podcasts, is like in the Bible. We can go back to the issue with the woman with the issue, like of blood. Her traffic was the crowd to get to Jesus, man. Like that was her traffic, but she kept hitting the blinker. Nope, not about to brake check me. Nope, not about to brake check me. The man that couldn't walk and had his friends dig a hole in the roof of the house. The crowd was the traffic, man. Like, you gonna have traffic on your way, man. Like, I had to write that in the chat. Don't be busy Don't be busy in your delay, bro. Like that, man, that's strong, man. But guys, like, hey, for real, man, tonight was good, man. Like, this Bible will read you on what you need. And you got to understand, man, like, God is telling you right now, all gas, no brakes. Your divine miracle is on the other side of this weight. But if you sit here and get brake checked by the devil, you, like E said earlier, you're gonna remain behind him, going at his speed that the enemy wants you to go at. You can go faster than the enemy's speed. You are anointed to be ahead of the devil. You are anointed. You gotta understand what you are. You are adopted. You are anointed. You are wonderful. You are marvelously. None of those things mean that you're supposed to be behind what the enemy is doing in your life. So at any point in time, man, like he said, man, hit that blinker and get around what that is. Get around it, around that fear, around that doubt, around that abandonment, around it all. Hit that blinker on it all. Get around it all. And just like we said, man, put that mirror to work. Let that microscope go and put that mirror to work. Because that's how you're going to hit the blinker. When you start putting that mirror to work. That's how you're going to start putting that mirror to work. Prophesize. Understand you prophesize. You're not lying, man. Tonight, boy.
I'm going to tell you now something, man, about prophesying, right? we're going to be hot, open, and transparent on this podcast, man. And I did a Instagram live the other day, man. It was me and you were talking. It was our PT day, man, and God just put it on my heart to just speak, man. And if y'all go back to episode 1 of BroTalk, if you can't see prophesying from then to now, if you can't see the work of God from then to now, I think you're blind, like literally.
Hey, big facts. Big facts.
Literally blind, but God has been moving in such a way in our life. I guarantee y'all wouldn't believe it.
I'm talking. I don't even understand it.
It's even like we're in this series watching Michael Todd, and he's talking about Crazy Your Faith.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, the anniversary of Crazy Faith is the same anniversary of me and my brother having a conversation, me introducing him to Michael Todd, the series Crazy Faith.
Yep.
And us starting a podcast. And throughout this journey we've been on, there's been a lot of traffic, brake checkers,
big facts,
18-wheelers, potholes, anything that you can name that's been on this journey, right? And we continue to hit the gas, though. Like, I need y'all to understand, even if you in your season where you don't feel like you're good enough for God, you feel like God is not trying to hear from you, you feel like what you're going through, God has left you alone, I need you to understand you need to hit the gas and take it all to God. Like, hit all gas on God.
I like that.
Give him everything that I'm talking about, your anger, your pain, your rights, your wrong. Like, give him everything. And just sit back in the passenger seat and watch what he do in your life. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, this podcast got bigger things coming. And I mean, look, I'm paying that in faith.
There you go.
I believe that. Quote me now. Episode, which one we on? 61. Quote me. We got bigger and greater things coming because God already told us. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go back to the Bible and look at when Jesus said, I leave the Holy Spirit back because greater work. Y'all got greater work to do.
There you go, bro. Speak it, bro.
Fact check me. Like, understand that, man, when you give it, when you truly turn it over. And I mean, like, just like what Prophet Jay-Z said, Jesus take the wheel. Let him take it. Let him take it of your life, man. I'm telling y'all. You're talking to a person that didn't care about nobody, not one soul on this earth. You got a problem with me, I'll take you out. I didn't care. I had no care for nobody because of what I went through in my childhood. Because I felt those people didn't care about me, so I shouldn't care about people.
Yeah.
Imagine if I'd have stayed behind the enemy on his pace with that. There would be no bro talk. There'll probably be inmate 119667, 23, whatever. I'll be an inmate right now. I'm telling y'all. But God has a divine time. And when you say yes, just say yes. You don't know the plan. You don't know what he needs you to do yet. You don't know where he's trying to take you. You don't know the people that you need. You don't know the tools, the resources. You don't know none of that because we don't. We just do bro talk every Saturday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. That's it. We just do that because that's the last thing God told us to do. And when he gives you a word to do the last thing he told, just do the last thing he told you to do until you get a new word.
Big facts.
When you in your traffic, follow the same direction that's on your GPS.
That's good.
The traffic, the GPS don't change. Guess what it said? There's a slight delay up the road for about 15 minutes.
That's true.
You're on the fastest track to your destination.
Oh, man, that's good right there. I like that.
It's the same thing. God is the same thing. God saying, hey, Eric, look, man, I know them people at your job about to attack you. I know the relationship to the world, they're going to look like you a fool, but I promised you a wife. I promised you abundance. I promised you greater works. Just do that. Just keep going. Like when you run out of gas, get in your word. Don't get weary on the run. Don't get weary doing good work. This is Bible. Go get your gas. You know where your gas is? That word, that meditation time with God, that personal one-on-one time with God. You got to check, like we talked about on one podcast, you got to hit the checkpoint. It's time to refuel.
That's good.
NASCAR, if you watch NASCAR, when they going around in circles, that's you in your life. But at some point, they run out of gas and they got to do what? A pit stop.
That's good, bro.
They ain't getting out the car. It's people that are there to help them finish the race.
That's good.
Come on, man.
That's good. Hey, bro, I ain't got nothing, bro. I ain't got nothing. It's good, bro. Hey, man, it's good.
Bro, that verse sparked something, bro. But hey, man, I'm telling y'all, you don't want to get delayed because you're gonna miss out on the bridegroom. You go to Revelation, the bridegroom is Jesus coming back, man, to help us. I'm telling y'all, you don't want to miss the delay. You don't want to miss out, man.
Don't want to be on the other side of that door.
I'd rather be inside the kingdom than outside the kingdom. I heard my apostle Gwen, right? Shouts out to Apostle Gwen down in Alabama, man. He said a lot of preachers are gonna preach you to the doorsteps of the kingdom. It's up to you to get in there.
Oh, God, that's good.
I'm not trying to be doorsteps, man. I'm getting in there. I'm in the bar.
I don't want to be knocking. I want to already be.
Hey, look, my brother, when he crippled, I'm gonna go knock down the roof. We getting in the party. This is what it was for, man. Like
the crazy thing is, like you said, bro. Hey, yo, we already RSVP, man. You already got your invitation.
Facts. You're a special guest.
You just got to be on time. That's it. That's it. I'm good, man. Hey, man, I'm good, bro.
BroTalk Nation, man, it's been another great one. I didn't even know we was at an hour, man. I thought
me either.
But hey, man, it's been great. Again, if you're out there on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Share it with 1 billion people. Hey, man, we got greater works coming. Smash that bell so you can get all the up-to-date videos. Man, mark my word, episode 61. I told y'all, BroTalk, we growing. No, God is growing BroTalk.
Big fact. Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Thank you in advance.
Yes. But hey, till next time, be blessed, man.
Yeah.